Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back for another reaction trials, this being episode 3. I wanted to do this yesterday, like I was telling you guys, but I forgot about like Chihaifuru and Ace of Diamond coming back, so it kind of pushed that back. And now more shows have come out, so I'm gonna have to have another trial stream. I don't know honestly when the next one is going to be because I work the next 4 days, so the next one probably won't be actually until like Monday, or something like that. Because usually I did have Thursdays off, but they just changed me, so now I have like Monday through Wednesday off, and then I work from Thursday to Sunday. Sometimes I'm gonna have to probably work one of the 3 days, the first 3 days I mentioned, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but usually I should have those 3 days off, depending on how things go. So after this one, the next stream, unless it's like really, really late, probably won't be until Monday. That's when I can confidently say the next one will be for the reaction trials at least. But for like other reactions and stuff, I'll still have other reactions out, throughout the week. But if there is another stream before Monday, it'll probably be very, very late, kind of like how this one is. So that's just like a heads up. Although these go up anyway, like as VOD, so anyone can still see them. But I know it is probably pretty late or early for some people, so yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. So this one, we're gonna be checking out the first episode of Pet, which we're gonna start off with. I like to start off with like the shorter series first, or the shorter episode, and then go to the longer one. Because ID Invaded, we have 2 episodes to watch, so we're gonna watch the first episode of Pet, and then the first 2 episodes of ID Invaded. I figured just put them together. Why not? Both 2 episodes came out, dropped at once, so I wasn't gonna just watch like episode 1 and then save episode 2 for another one or something. So we'll have all that in this stream. So that's the plan. That is the plan. We'll be starting off with Pet. Um, hey, yeah, it has been a bit. It's only 11:41, very early. For me, yeah, and depending on what time you're up till or just your sleep schedule, it might be kind of early for you technically, you know what I'm saying? So, um you have to watch all the anime even at work. Bring my setup to to work and record. But I'm really honestly curious. Like I've been saying, this is gonna be a trippy stream because I've heard Pet's really trippy. I hear it just my brain's probably gonna be fried because I've heard ID Invaded is kind of the same way as well. I don't think ID Invaded is gonna be like as crazy as Pet in terms of that, but I still feel like my brain's probably gonna be fried by the end of this stream. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But the real reason I'm interested in Pet is because the director of Durarara, Bakano, those two. I think Natsumi's Book of Friends as well. He's one of my favorite directors, just for like kind of like his style, especially with Bakano and Durarara. I have not watched Natsumi's Book of Friends yet, but I've heard great things about that. But he's actually directing this, and there's also some good staff here. And Geno Studio is animating it, which they like with Kokoku. I know they haven't animated too much stuff, but I mean Golden Kamui. Kokoku, they've done like that genocidal organ, they've done like some movies and some other little things here, but they have like some unique stuff that they like to try and do, because Golden Kamui does have like that historical whole thing, but Golden Kamui has some really wacky shit. You know what I'm saying? It's great though. I love Golden Kamuy. It's probably my favorite series from Geno Studio so far. But this is kind of another one that it seems like it's gonna be really just unique. It's gonna make you think. I feel like it's gonna you'll get the brain going. It might fry my brain. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see what it's about. I think it is adapting a manga as well. I think the manga is actually kind of older, if I remember correctly, from like the research I did, like the little research I did. I'm gonna look again just to make sure. Yeah, it's a fairly older manga. It came out in 2002, so I mean almost 20 years. So yeah, it's pretty old. It's pretty old. ID Invaded is confusing trippy. Pet is weird trippy. Oh boy, yeah, my brain is gonna be. Oh man, like prepping, like try to prep myself. Rimura's OVA release in March. Another OVA for Slime. Yeah, they did announce that, and I forgot about that. And we have the other season coming in this year too. About to go to bed, and I see. Uh, yeah, I know it's probably pretty late or early for some people. So most people are probably going to bed. Uh, the VOD will be up for you guys if you can't stay throughout the stream, which is understandable, 100%. And yeah, Pet's OP is by TK. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear that because I have not heard any bit of it yet, and I freaking love TK. And I'm wondering how the visuals are gonna be too, along with the song, because I feel like when you have like there's like just a certain way like TK alone, just vocally, love, right? But visually, like when you think of the shows like Tokyo Ghoul, Psychopaths, like where TK's vocals are over just visually, I think there's more impact there. So I'm curious on kind of like how the visuals for Pets OP are gonna be. So that's what we're gonna start off with first. So let's hop right into it. I'm really interested to see what we're gonna have with this one. I've heard it's like really weird. It's really trippy. Pet especially. So yeah, we're starting at the very beginning of the first episode of Pet, and I will have the timestamps down below. After the stream is over and whatnot for people who couldn't make it and watching the VOD. So yeah, we're starting at 0 seconds, and we're gonna get into it, everyone, in 3, 2, 1, play. If you have to go back and like resync up or something, you can go and do that too. I feel like with this one though, like I know I usually kind of try and glance at the chat and read the chat, but I feel like maybe for these ones I shouldn't as much because I feel like this is gonna make me think or I have to pay attention, right? Like these kinds of shows. Kind of cut. I mean, it looks like the kid has like nothing in there in his head. I mean, I know he's just a kid, but I mean, look at him. I'm not laughing at the kid. I'm laughing at the anime he's watching, whatever that was. What the? What kind of note are they starting us off with? What kind of note? Oh, I thought that was at the same time she like sliced herself like that, but she like actually didn't. What the hell? I personally am not a big fan of hospitals and doctors' places and stuff like that too. Honestly, I think that kid might be one. Is it? Yeah, that's her. The same kid. That's not Doraemon, is it? That he's watching? That little cat, whatever the hell that thing is, looked like Doraemon. Whatever he's saying, he's one. He probably is one of whatever these. What the hell? This is in his mind? Or did his mom already commit suicide? This is her all like, bro, this is mad trippy, bro. This is mad, like, everywhere door. don't even know what to. I don't even know what to think right now. The anime? He has no memories of his own, but he has like memories and things of like his, well, obviously his mom or something, or like, whoa. It's also like it's weird, but it's like fascinating in a way too. I don't know how to really describe it. This is the place I'm. So he doesn't have many any memories like this yet, I guess. I mean, compared to that shit with his mom, this is on like the other side of the spectrum. Image. So the good memories, the peaks, the the bad memories of the valley. Okay, okay, I understand. I get that. Don't let anyone touch them or alter them. Okay. Okay. And we got the OP here. And it's TK. The distinctive, just legendary voice you already know. This guy looks like K from Psychopaths, the new dude from K. That's why I put him in the thumbnail. That's what I was talking about. Like visually, I really was like, I feel like visually when it's stronger, like with TK's vocals, it adds more impact, even more impact to this song. And all these colors, all these is this is like mind, excuse my language, fuckery, to the max. This is like some psychopath shit, like like visually it reminds me of some like psychopath shit. Oh, it's like in sync with this fire, fire. I like the OP. I like the OP, but that was to be expected. That was to be expected. It's TK, right? Like, now we're going to some other. I don't know if this is like that kid grown up, one of them, or if this is just some totally different other people. As I was gonna say this guy definitely looks like a either he's a stoner or he's a surfer or something like. See, the thing is, we have like no idea who these characters are yet or anything. So it's kind of hard to like. He's in some shit probably. That's why. And we don't know what that is or wherever he went. They said he's gonna be gone for 2 or 3 years. What is it? Bali? Like, don't know what this place is. Yes, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I feel like some shit's about to go down. Something's about to happen. Oh, oh, that bastard. he screwed up. Oh, he saw the other people and then like, oh, I thought I heard some. Oh, this is the guy that was supposed to be gone for 2 or 3 years. Well, this guy does not seem all right in the head. He's actually probably about to go 100 miles an hour and. Oh my. Oh, oh my gosh. This van's pretty fast, I guess. But this is probably not the guy he knew before. Oh, wow. What is this madness? What is this the spare key? Like nothing just happened. Nobody just died. Like, jeez, dude. What is this, man? I don't even. Like, I'm interested. I definitely am interested. It's like just I don't know. A lot of questions or a lot of shit we don't know right now. And we don't really know these characters either, these people, which makes, I mean, it's just the beginning, but He doesn't really have a sense of humor himself. Shit. And they knew that. Yeah, they did something, or they obviously knew something was up with him. Whoa. Wait, what? Were the Crushers? That's what. That's what we're questioning. It's. Fight, foreplay, whatever. This is the same thing that other guy was saying. He was leaving for 2 or 3 years to go, and now this guy's like, okay, I'm going to leave for 2 or 3 years. This dude's probably about to die too then. Isn't that the guy who killed himself? Like, he doesn't use an image, so there's like other supernatural kind of shit going on here or something. Obviously, he'll be in LA. Was that there the whole time? Oh. I was gonna say that just magically get under his hand. Oh, wait, what the hell, dude? What is happening? Is this just his mind seeing this, or is okay? Okay, they're not actually doing that. It's just his mind. Like, what the hell? It's like his mind is playing tricks on him. Like seeing one thing, but it's not actually what's going on from what's actually. Oh, wait, they're not here. There's a smoke. These have to be like the Crushers, probably, right? Who- So maybe that stuff with that guy driving off the cliff actually didn't happen, or like I don't even know. Everything I saw now probably maybe was a lie. Like maybe didn't actually happen or something. Like wait, they're the Crushers, and he's a murderer. Hey, the guy. Okay, so the guy we saw drive off the cliff, right? The guy who appeared, right? It appeared he'd lost his mind. He drove off the cliff and all that. This guy's apparently a murderer or was a murderer. These two like they look like kids almost. They're not kids, but they're maybe my age or something. Like late teens, early 20s maybe. They're the Crushers. Like for for smokes. I have no clue what's going on, yo. I'm not even gonna freaking sit here and lie to you. That was the episode. Oh my gosh! But no, like here's the thing. Like I actually am interested. Like it's not like I don't know. It's not like bad. It's just we just have no freaking clue what's actually happening right now. At least I don't. But I am interested, so I do want to watch more. I really do want to watch more because I feel like I mean hopefully it'll make more sense as we learn more going forward or what's actually going on. I have no idea. Music's I really like the OP. I really like the OP honestly, but this song's pretty good too. Visually is really cool too. Has some like live action shots in there too. A lot of live action shots. You have some here after that. that visual. That's funny. The synopsis mentions that certain people can delve into people's hearts, alter their perception stuff, unless they warped his mind to think he was a murderer, so he wouldn't be suspicious anymore. Those two were clearly. Are you talking about the two? What are their names? I see. I gotta get the names down. That's something with the new. I don't even know if we got their names, but I'm just looking on Mao. Hiroki and Tsukasa. So those two apparently, who I guess are the Crushers. Are they actually the Crushers? So I think you're talking about the two of them, or are you talking about the Katsuragi guy? We're warping his perception the entire time, so I think they altered his mind to believing Yokota was the murderer, so that he would stop being suspicious. I have no idea. I have no idea honestly. Like, the fact that people are able to basically control people's minds and perceptions and what they believe. It's yeah. Oh, it's definitely scary. It's definitely scary, but it creates for some just like I said earlier, like excuse my language, with some mind fuckery, right? Like it's just like when you're doing something like that, like oh my gosh, because who knows, right? What's going on in people's heads, in a lot of people's heads or their minds, you know. So if in this show, like we know, we know for a fact. There's one thing we do know, right? That people can go into others' minds and I guess make alterations or just like alter their perceptions or just like crazy shit. So that's gonna make I feel like for like they could honestly like I know it's based off a manga whatnot, but this could actually I feel like be a good show. This could be a good show. Right now, like I'm not saying it's good or bad or anything. I'm just like my interest is definitely peaked um, with this. But I feel like there is a lot of potential. I feel like it's gonna be something where you have to pay probably a good bit of attention to, you know, and you have to like I feel like to get the max enjoyment out of it, probably you're gonna have to like pay attention. You know, you really got to try and take in what you're getting. You know, and piece things together to try and like this is one probably you can make a lot of you can theorize a lot about too on what's actually going on. Um, but that aspect of it has me actually kind of excited. Like, could it flop? I feel like it could definitely. But could this also turn out to be a good show? Just going off of one episode, I feel like yeah. So, like I said, I do want to keep watching it for now because I am very interested, kind of fascinated by what is that what is going on here. Even though we don't know exactly what's going on, just that basis of like, okay, people are going into each other's minds and altering their perceptions, and it's some trippy like stuff. Like that's what's gonna make me keep watching for now. And I feel like as we kind of start to understand what's actually going on here, if we do even, I feel like things will start to make more sense going forward. I feel like it will, right? As we get more like exposition and things of that nature. So I'm hopeful. I'm kind of hopeful. If you pay attention to piece stuff together as it goes on, uh, just leave you wondering what the fuck you just watched. Like, yeah, that's accurate. That is accurate. I wouldn't even be mad if they never explain anything by the end. If it's this much of a trip the whole way, that would be wild. Like just throughout like most of the episodes, you just go like, "What the hell am I watching? What is going on? I have no clue." But it's awesome. I hope it's awesome. You know, like going forward, that would be like because honestly, I mean, there are like probably some select shows that you'll watch that are probably like that, maybe where you don't even know what's going on, but it's still enjoyable. This could be one of those ones, maybe I guess, which I feel like not a lot of shows can pull that off, but I don't know. I don't know. This show's origin is 2002. Yeah, it's based off of like an older manga. It's almost 20 years old, so it must be made to give more people to watch an anime based on manga. This is something that like we've been seeing a lot of recently, right? Is these older manga like older series starting to get adaptations, whether it's an adaptation, a remake, or whatever. So this is just another one of those cases, and also another case where Geno Studio is doing something pretty unique, right? Something that kind of stands out, you know, because the season that Kokoku was in, that like stood out compared to a lot of the other things in that season. You know, like Kokoku was a solid show in my opinion. It wasn't like a masterpiece, but it wasn't bad by any means. I feel like it could have been a lot better, honestly. But I mean, that show was. It wasn't as much as a trip as this was here, just from the first episode. But I mean, still, it's kind of like similar in that aspect, right? Where it makes you think, definitely, in you're probably supposed to be confused initially, I would say, right? So I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of bad valleys or memories and peaks, judging from the visuals. So yeah, like the, I mean, they're saying the peaks are supposed to be like the the good memories, but maybe that's not actually the case. I don't know. There's probably gonna be a lot of good and bad in here, and just a lot of like messed up stuff. Maybe also some stuff that could make you happy. I have no idea, but I don't know, man. Like it's hard to even say this is good or bad in my opinion. Like I'm just kind of in the middle, I guess, about it right now. But I'm definitely interested in want to watch more going forward. I feel like there is potential there depending on how they work with it, but we'll have to wait and see for that. So yeah, I honestly let me know what you guys thought of the episode. I would say probably for me like maybe a 7 out of 10 first episode. So kind of just like I said in the middle. That's a middle rating for me. It's like 7 out of 10, like average rating. So we'll see what's up with that going forward. So now we are gonna move into though our next show, um, ID Invaded, which is from director A Aoki. Fate Zero. I mean, another one of my favorite directors. Recreators. I'm still surprised he's not doing the show at Troika. Apparently, it's at Studio Naz. I think that's how you pronounce it. So we got 2 episodes of ID Invaded to watch. Um, so yes. One more thought on Pet. I think it definitely needs more to be judged. We've only been introduced to the mind. Fuck the plot hasn't kicked in yet. Right. Yeah. That makes sense. That's fair. Definitely. Also, yeah. ID Invaded from Studio Naz. I'm gonna change the image here. I think I got it. Hopefully. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, ID Invaded from director A Aoki, Studio Naz. This one I've been hearing a lot of people. I've been honestly hearing people say more good things about ID Invaded here than Pet. Although ID Invaded has 2 episodes, still it kind of has a one more episode, one up on it essentially. Either way though, I think from what I've been seeing on Twitter, more people have been enjoying ID Invaded so far than Pet. So I'm interested. A lot of people are saying it gives them like psychopaths sort of vibes. Like I didn't get that from Pet at all. It was more so just from the from a visual standpoint, from the OP and ED, that I really was getting like that psychopath vibe. TK being there as well. So I mean, if ID Invaded is like similar to Psychopaths in any way, then that sounds awesome to me. Which I mean, from the preview of ID Invaded, I mean, you see people's like body parts, like their body parts are off. They're still moving like though like nothing even happened to them. Like half a dude's arm, the main guy, like his arm is like not even there, and he's like it's almost like nothing even happened to him. So I don't even know, but whatever world that they're in or whatever's going on here seems really cool to me. So probably gonna get us thinking as well though with this one with ID Invaded. So I'm interested, definitely interested. Aoki, I think the last original that he had, directing was Recreators. So, and I really enjoyed Recreators, and I know a lot of people enjoyed Recreators. So I'm hoping he can continue on that good trend with these originals. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into ID Invaded. I think that's really all I wanted to say in regards to that. Um, so yeah, ID Invaded. We're starting at the very beginning of the first episode of ID Invaded, and we're gonna get into it in 3. Oh, let me make sure I actually have the timer all set. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. So yeah, we're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds of the first episode of ID Invaded, and we're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. I haven't watched any of the Winter 2020 anime yet. I'm trying to get there, like, cause I know some more came out today, so I'm trying to like stay on top of the ones as much as I can. But yeah, it's starting off, and we still haven't even really got everything. We have Haikyuu still coming. We have Railgun. We have so many more potentially great shows. So ID Invaded though. This is another introductory scenario, and the main plot hasn't truly kicked in. So kind of similar to Pet, probably not as mind fucking me. that sounds so wrong. You guys know what I meant, though. Sorry. Oh, jeez. I gotta stop cussing too. I gotta get better with that in the new year. But I'm not like gonna stress myself out about it. Oh boy. Okay. Whatever's happening right now. Oh my gosh. That was like going through his whole body or something. I don't even know what the heck that was. Cause you saw like the genes there, like the at least that's how they in school they make genes out the look. Like just your the composition of his body maybe or his soul that all was. I have no idea. Or something to do with his world. Yeah, this is what I was talking about from the preview. Like parts of his body were breaking off, and he like, I don't. Okay, he does feel pain. What the heck? But then in some shots it looked like he wasn't feeling pain. But I mean, look at his body. You know, like a voice in his head too. Is that Kenjiro Suda too? I think it is, isn't it? Voice of the main guy, the main character, the goat, one of the goats. I think that's Suda. I mean, just like look at the world though. Like there's just like, huh, interesting. So he can put himself together back like nothing happened. Like, see, like you see what I mean with the world? Like everything's floating out here. There's just like buildings and structures, and I don't even know what else. The cars. This is kind of cool. Yeah, like he's good. He's good. It seems like. Like, is this Earth? Is this another world? Is this like? Is it, I don't think he's in like a game or something. It's like what? Right. That's what I was just asking. There's another person. Oh. Oh wow. What a way to hold on, right? What a way to hold on. Because I would have just died there, probably. Is that my objective? Putting this whole freaking world, putting all these pieces together? What? You are, you are Steve. You are Steve from Minecraft. Jigsawed. Is that the file one title of the first episode? Is she even alive? Like, is she all right? This is like some Tetris shit, dude. Like this is wild, bro. This is so cool though. I guess it's light. It's lighter though. Like some of these pieces, if he's able to move them like that, he's starting to get a little hang of it though. Yes, that is awesome. That is definitely awesome. This whole like concept. I mean, we're just getting started with it too, so it's probably gonna blow our minds even more. We're gonna be saying that a lot more. Ah, so even for like little things like that, like yeah, oh, she is dead. I was like, yeah, is this chick even alive? Like, she wasn't talking, she wasn't moving, or like anything. Like, what the hell? Wait, he knows her? So in his mind, like he doesn't remember her, but his instinct was kind of just like, oh, I know her name. But what? Name's Sakai though. So like, were his memories like stripped of him or something? He was put here in this world, or like, or solved the mystery of Kairu's death in this freaking world. So it is like another world. Okay. So are they able to like alter this or do whatever with this at their disposal, like however they want to? Huh. This is like some psychopath shit, bro. Like this, in a way, it is right, because like how in Psychopaths there's Bifrost, the group Bifrost is kind of like in a way controlling a lot of the factors that are going on in the world, and then it's kind of like the people in the world are trying to solve these different cases of what's going on and whatnot. That's from the newest season actually, but still, in a way, it's still similar in a lot of ways to Psychopaths. But it's also different too in ways already. Locked room mystery. So yeah, these pieces are like light. He's able to like move them around like this freely, pretty much. Like if he can, he's reaching it. He can do this. Maybe trying to gather some information potentially. All right, there. And that was the name of the. They said that was the killer, right? They said he was like the person was like a serial killer or something. March, was that March 2019? That's past us now, but still kind of cool. Okay, so we have girl here who kind of like us in a way, right? Just like on the outside looking in on this. Well, she probably knows a lot more than we do right now, but drilling holes in people's head. Oh wow. So wait, did that girl we saw who died have a was her eye drilled? Because she was like stabbed in the chest, wasn't she? That world is a serial killer is very impulse. Huh. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people here. They all live here. Of the seven, five are victims. So this is like from the mind of like an actual serial killer, like all this shit, like and how this world has been created, essentially, or like this example of that. Finds his victims for several days before killing them. So they doing this to like solve cases or to prevent them, like before they happen. Maybe to solve them. John Walker. Who's John Walker? Who's John Walker? Diving into memories of the past and seeing the serial killer's victims trying to find the killer using memories. Okay, okay. So now they're like using these things in this world or like in this whatever they've set up here to kind of use that in the real world. The Dominator. It's the Dominator. Oh man. She's a visitor who just barged in like you, so they don't know her apparently. It's like a lot of the pieces of the city are starting to come together. Yo. He's like, I'm just gonna start putting everything together like crazy. Bro, this is so dope. This is so dope. Dude, imagine if Sawano was on this series, bro. I feel like this would be perfect. You know, if he was on Recreators, imagine if he was here for this. But this music's so fire. Like, yo. So yeah, they can kind of alter this or change this at their leisure, almost like a message. There's more meaning in what's missing than what's not. So if they put someone in here that wasn't able to like you got to be a good detective, right? You got to be smart to go in there, right? Because if they just sent me, like, say, in there, they would not be getting anywhere with this. So it's not like you could just go in here and just be able to kind of help them or guide them, I guess, in a way, kind of how he is. What's his name? Sakaido, I think that's his name. What the heck? It's interesting how the dynamic works though. Apparently, you can't enter unless you've been killed. So maybe wait, he died. So what? He died, or I mean, he did wake up and he was like, what? He was questioning, was I killed? Like, what happened to me? But whatever. Oh, we? Oh, you talking like? I mean, that girl died. She's in this world. The other people we saw, the family, but they said like five out of the seven of them were victims, right? So, and that looked like the guy we saw, right? Who was peeking out of the door, right? Wasn't that him? It looked like him. Ah, he got away. Too late. Drill? Right. Her eyes missing. I think. Oh, Whoa! Wait, what? Whoa! Wait, there's the girl. I did not see that coming though. I was like, who's about to come out of like? We saw the person moving, but I was like, I did not think it was gonna be the killer. Yeah, that girl's there. How did she get there? Wait, she got herself killed? Did she did she kill herself? It looked like there was like because the last we saw her, she was like directing the cops and all that in there, and then all of a sudden she's dead and she's in the what the heck, bro? What the heck? Oh my god. They said you can't enter unless you've killed something yourself. So Sakaido has killed someone before. Sakaido. Oh, you think the okay? So you think, mm, either that or maybe or. So wait, wouldn't she have had to kill someone to get in there? Or the direct quote is, "You can't enter the well unless you killed somebody yourself." So does that mean the little girl, that girl, just killed someone? Or I don't know, man. But this was great. This was a great first episode, in my opinion. Like just the I don't know, the world like instantly captured me, right? But then when he started like moving shit and putting shit together and like he was grabbing pieces and putting them together from the like that even captured me even more. you know? But I think the dynamic like how they actually like I guess kind of communicate back and forth is is really interesting to me. It's a really cool concept. She has shown up because she's become a part of the serial killer's consciousness, but okay. So that explains how we saw those like the family members, right? Like the family members were there in the room, and they said like I think what five of them were his victims, so they were part of like his consciousness. Um, so that explains how they were there because I don't think any of those family members probably killed anybody. So that yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I see. She referred to the house as our house. Yeah, yeah. So that means he had like, so all them family members and whatnot. Like I forget who it was one of the detective guys outside of the well or whatever. They were saying like, oh, so this means he gathered all these people. He had all his victims, all the people that he, some of the people that he killed in the same household, and now, so, oh my gosh, dude. oh my gosh. I think it's the main characters inside the villain consciousness, and the other guy will appear once the villain wanted or already killed them. Okay, so you're the main guy. Okay, hold on. What's his name again? Sakaido. Sakaido. Yeah, that's his name. I think it's the main characters inside the villain's consciousness. I'm just trying to piece this together. Then the other guy will appear. Like, kind of what your thoughts are. Olympus. Then the other guy will appear once the villain wanted or already killed them. So that's why the main guy is able to. But I feel like that's I don't know. I feel like that's different than like his case. Sakaido's case is a different case than say this girl that just came in, right? Honestly, I feel like Sakaido's in the killer's consciousness, and he sees all those people because they are his victims and part of his memories. And now that that girl has entered here, that means, right, she is a part of the killer's consciousness. So either, I don't know, either I don't know if he killed her. Maybe he didn't have to kill her, right, to for her to be in here because, like they said, 5 of the 7 family members were killed, right, or they were his targets or something like that. So I don't think all of them died. So, but they were a part of his consciousness. Kaido is an outsider, invading into his consciousness, only being able to enter due to having killed someone himself. A killer's mind being compatible with another killer's mind. I'm guessing. It's interesting, man. It's interesting because this is the kind of see we really don't even know exactly what we could try and guess or make these assumptions, I guess, on what is actually going on. But I guess I mean, we do know what is going on partially in some parts, but really, it's a lot of us kind of just guessing or like, trying to assume or piece together what we think is going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that makes the most sense. That definitely makes the most sense. Um, so it's different than the case probably what we just saw with that girl who entered in here because that girl became a part of the killer's consciousness, right? So I don't know, man. I really dig this first episode though. I really dig this first episode for sure. But now we can move right into episode 2, which thank goodness another one is out, right? Thank goodness. We can hop right into episode 2. You know, an anime is good when it spurs so much conversations. Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's a very very strong start. Very strong start. And I'm happy, like I said, we have another episode to watch. This is why the start of a new season is so. Yeah, it's right. Especially that, and like especially for originals too, because nobody knows, right? Nobody knows what's going on. Like really, like nobody knows what to expect or what you're gonna get. So, yeah, this is a nice case here for sure of that. So honestly, man, I think we talked about probably everything we wanted to talk about with episode 1. I'm ready to move on to episode 2. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully you guys are ready. If you have to go back or whatever, and sync up, you can. But we're gonna start here with episode 2 of ID Invaded. First episode, very strong start. I'm curious to see what happens in this one. So yeah, let's start here. Very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. The only part I'm confused about is they mentioned the way that they were able to create the well was by detecting killer instinct particles or some. Yeah, we're probably gonna get more on that. We're probably gonna get more on that. We're starting off with the OP, which we're gonna have visuals for now. And I figured there was something up with that girl. Like I did not think it was gonna be like the killer, right? We were gonna see the killer come out of her or anything like that. But I mean, she had been stabbed in the chest. It looked like, and like something with her eye. So I was like, there's something different here with her. So there was definitely something different up. But I just didn't think it was gonna be the killer, right? Or whatever. The look of the killer. I feel like I'm gonna say this is cool so much in this in this show. I mean, I already said it a few times in the first episode. I'm like, this is so dope. Like, this is so cool. OP's pretty good. Feeling the OP. Wait, are we gonna get to see what how it came to that point? How we saw her get in there? Or is it just she's already kind of became a part of the killer's consciousness? Maybe we're going to see how it led up to that. Like something's up with that, huh? Oh, wait, what? Oh, so that's what happened. That's what happened to her. Bruh. A hole drilled through his own head. Jigsaw 2. Huh. Right. Yeah, this is who he's after now. Oh, and he just teleported. So that's something we saw that he didn't do in the previous episode. Main guy here, Sakaido. So you can do that too, apparently. This is like the distortion world in Pokemon. I like that's exactly what this is in a way. But it's like way more complicated, and there's a lot more to it. Is that what John Walker, right? She was so scared at the sight of him, though. And that was what they found out in the previous episode, right? That he had contact with whoever this John Walker guy is. Apparently, he's something, right? The way they're talking about him. John Walker, boy. Like apparently, he's some shit, right? He's something. That room looked kind of weird, right? Wherever he was at, right there, it looked. You see all like the writing and shit on the walls, and right? No way. Isekai trope. It's not gonna be that easy. It's not gonna be. Oh boy. Oh boy. Dominator. He's gonna threaten her with that, of course. The drill. They linger. They suffer. And he's been shot. The guy he left in his place had been. Yeah, they shot him. Right, what are you on about? Right? When it comes down to it, you're a murderer. Like you are. You thinking? Huh. Yeah, that's. Maybe the killer feared him as well. Hmm. His mind is broken into pieces. He has no. Okay. Oh. Okay. So that explains how all their bodies do that and whatnot. So this means like with each murderer, with each case, probably the world is gonna be different, right? Or it's gonna alter, right? So I feel like so not in every episode we're gonna see these people's bodies like all split into pieces and whatnot, right? It's gonna be different with each case. Oh, and she did something crazy. She did something crazy. That's wait, what? I need you to dive into a different one. Okay, so like he is alive. He is, yeah, like okay. But we know he's a murderer, right? We know he's a murderer. So this is like, oh my gosh. You know how with psychopaths, like how they have the investigators, but then they also have, you know, like like Kogami, who is a criminal. Like they have the latent criminals. So it's kind of like that too. Like, oh my gosh, this it probably is the closest thing to psychopaths in a way, but it also does things differently. So now he's in a different. So yeah, each like different case or different. There's oh my god, dude. This is nuts. I love it though. This was a suicide. What the heck? So they're using this to find out what's in the room, or like what room he's in, or like where he's at. So they just had him dive into that well very briefly like that just for that, right? Wait, whoa. Oh my god. Apparently, I mean, you're alive. You're wanted to see someone drill the hole themselves. And this time they might actually have him. Jeez. Barely. Barely. But if she wouldn't have done that, she probably would have died, and they would maybe they wouldn't have even been able to get to her, right? Because so her doing that sped up the process of them getting to the killer, finding out where the killer was. This is what he looks like outside of the the well. Countless interpretations, right? Yeah. This John Walker guy is like whoever he is, man. Like he is. obviously a bigger thing than that killer we just dealt with. And he experiences the deaths too. See, now here's what they can do. They can go way more into like his whatever's going on with his backstory, or how like we know probably he's killed someone. So like, what is going on with? So not even just in the well, but also outside of the well, they could. There's a lot of stuff they could do too, potentially. But I mean, I love how they go back and forth between the two. Probably, yeah. That she's, yeah. Now that right, she's like survived and everything. Were they saying like it's not necessarily the people that were broke, it was the world around them that was. Was was Muku like his daughter or something? Or they they cuff him right up and probably put him right into a cell or something, or some isolated like area where like this is probably a I don't know, a madman or something. I don't know what the hell is actually going on with him or whatever, but 5 serial killers that have dealt with this John Walker guy. So whoever, like, this man's just like breeding serial killers, dealing with serial killers. Like, I don't know if he's creating them essentially, or like whatever's going on, but in essence, the perforator viewed the world itself as it was, but considered humanity broken itself. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. They all like what freaked out. Yeah. Mm. Wow. The serial killer creator. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This man like breeds them. Like this guy like just Oh, what the hell? They said five. Five of them. Yeah, he is like in prison, pretty much. Is this his family? Obviously, yeah, his daughter. Aw. His wife, girlfriend, wife. Aw. Like, what happened though that turned his whole world upside down? Or like what turned his world into shit, right? Like, how did it come to this? Yeah. Damn. Oh, we got the ED. We're not here to ED in the previous episode too. So I want to. I think it's. I think you guys said Miyavi, right? On the ED. It's kind of like a trap beat almost. This is like some trap. Is this like Japanese trap music? Is this their attempt at it? I kind of like it though. Honestly, it sounds like a trap beat. This song was definitely made right for this show. You could just tell from the lyrics. But then it has parts of the song where it doesn't feel like a trap song, or something. Both are great though. Both are great. I probably like the ED more than the OP, honestly, but they're both pretty good. Wow. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. ID invaded. That's all I really have to say. Honestly, in this second episode, and obviously this whoever John Walker is going to be, I feel like that he's going to be like the end, the end boss, or like the end. By the end of the show, that's probably the main chunk they're going to deal with. I feel like we're going to have maybe another case or two. Maybe they'll jump right into the John Walker stuff. I don't know, but maybe we'll have another case or two, or three. I don't know if they're going to spend like 2 episodes per case. But I feel like maybe they're going to save that for a good stretch of episodes towards the end, or maybe they go right into it. I have no idea. But I feel like there's so many um, possibilities, right, with this. Both obviously in the actual like the well, but also outside. Like how they go back and forth between the two is very fascinating to me. I definitely like it, for sure. And also what they're gonna go into probably with the main character, and whether like I assume they're gonna have something with his backstory, right? They have to. So I'm really looking forward to that. The John Walker stuff. But I really, I'm as it's just so dope, right? The way the world, or the way the well works, and the way they go about solving these cases, finding out the who the killer is, solving these mysteries, right? And the little, even in these 2 episodes, some of the little twists and turns we kind of saw, very similar to Psychopaths in a lot of ways, which is a good thing, right? A very, very good thing. But it also, like I said before, does things that are different than Psychopaths. So I don't want to sit here and like just be like Psychopaths is like Psychopaths, but right, like if I had to pick a series that this reminds me most of it, that would be the one. But it's also doing some things on its own, so I like that. I appreciate that a lot. So um. My guess is he killed someone and is now in prison, but because he's super smart and is probably a detective, he was given a deal that if he helped investigations, he'd be released. That sounds, yeah, that sounds pretty legit. it's very similar to Psychopaths, right? You know, with like Kogami, he's a great detective. Obviously, they had like what who else? It was like Masaoka, Kogami, some of the others like with them. Not the investigators I'm talking about, but they're latent criminals. So, but because they're such good detectives and they're good in the force and they're good out in the field at what they do and whatnot, they kind of are allowed to do that. That's their jobs. They're still kind of given a chance, I guess, to have some part in society. You know what I'm saying? In a way. So that's kind of a similar case here to Sakaido. It appears like so. Yeah. Um. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. He's in prison because he avenged his family and daughter's killer by killing them, but that was still murder. Now he's in prison, so that's just oh man, like because I'm already thinking like okay, if they're gonna show like how his whether it was his wife or girlfriend or whatever, and then his daughter like how they got killed or what happened to them, and then if they go all into that, I feel like his backstory is gonna be like oh, it's gonna be so sad. It's gonna be depressing. It's probably gonna piss me off too in a way. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if like John Walker was maybe the killer or something or was behind it in a way, right? Who knows, man? I don't know, but um, it was good. It was good. These first two episodes, I would probably say this is like in my top. I know we haven't had everything yet, but like this, Azoken, like these two are probably my favorite two so far of the season. Honestly, I would say compared to everything I've watched already so far. Now we still have like Haikyuu to come. We still have like Railgun. So that's probably gonna change. Those are sequels though. But for like new projects for new series like this and Keep Your Hands Off Azoken are probably like my two favorites. And also I really like Somali. I really like the first episode of Somali too. Pet I'm interested in. I'm interested in more of. It was just kind of like in the middle for me though. I feel like there is maybe some potential there, but for ID Invaded, I feel like there's a lot more potential. I feel like this is something I'm gonna like probably a lot more than Pet. This will probably be one of my favorites of the season. It's already off to a really strong start, but we have to wait and see for more. Definitely. Who's up for making a John Walker cult? Everything comes back to him. John Walker's still alive apparently. If he did kill his family's or daughter's murder, then John Walker would be. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Dang it. Well, that's what they think he's still alive. That's the kind of the connection of the yeah what they made. Hmm. I don't know, man, but it has me interested. It has me very fascinated. Definitely by just the well, but also how, like I said, they go back and forth between the real world and then that. Um, so yeah, really impressed by ID Invaded. Like I said, one of my favorite ones so far of the season, and I'm definitely gonna be watching more, obviously. So yeah, I think that about does it for the shows we watched in today's stream and today's reaction trials. We watched episode 1 of Pet and the first two episodes of ID Invaded. Let me know what you guys thought of these episodes. Which one did you like more? Kind of curious. What do you think of ID Invaded? What do you think of Pet? Do you feel the same way kind of I do about ID Invaded? I know if you guys were here in the chat, I think you guys, like Veridin and Shiro Neko, you guys seem to really be enjoying it too. So, so yeah, I want to know what you guys think though, in the comments for sure about both of the shows. And the next reaction trials, I'm trying to think what shows I'm gonna do. The next one will probably have ReZero. Yeah, I'm gonna have ReZero definitely in the next one. I know I did Somali and ReZero, I think, in one stream, but I might do Somali in a separate one. But what I think I'm gonna do is probably Bofuri. I think it's like that attack defense one, or not attack defense, the defense one. The chick has like a shield. I was gonna do that one, and I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna have Somali probably in the next one, ReZero. So I have those three to kind of pick from, and maybe like Plunderer. Or I think are there any other anime that come out on Thursday? Any new ones that I'm interested in? Let me see. Infinite Dendogram, maybe. Yeah. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun comes out, I think, tomorrow too. So, so yeah, well, I might actually do separate reactions to Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Like, I might do individual reactions to that. I'll have to see, but in the next reaction trials, we're definitely gonna have ReZero in there, and then we'll probably have Bofuri. That's probably what we'll have: ReZero, Bofuri, and then maybe one more, and it might be like Somali or Infinite Dendrogram. But if Somali's not in the next one, then after that reaction trial, so that would be episode 5, we'd have like Infinite Dendrogram, Somali, and that would probably be it. And then maybe Asteroid in Love. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna do more reaction trials for that. Um, we'll see though. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know more clearly. So, but yeah. Bofuri is so good. People went in expecting a shooter, but that's not what you should be doing. I'm not. I'm not expecting it to be like Shield Hero. But I can understand, I guess, why people are thinking that before going in. But yeah, I am gonna have Bofuri in the next one. So the next one, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say for episode 4. Definitely, it's gonna be Bofuri and ReZero. We might throw in one more for episode 4, depending on how things go. If not, then it'll get pushed into episode 5, the other one I'm talking about. So after this trial, what's the verdict? Smash or pass on these? On these shows? On this one? I would say right now, see, like, I'm in the middle with Pet. But if I had to say one of the two, I would say pass on, I would say, are you talking about, like, the girls in the show? Because it's not really, like, I thought you were talking about specifically the shows. But I would say pass on Pet right now. But I am interested, so it's like, I feel like I could end up enjoying it. I don't know, but I'm going to say pass for now. But ID Invaded, I still am going to keep watching Pet, by the way. ID Invaded, definitely smash. Definitely smash, and I'm definitely watching more, so yeah, definitely a trippy stream, though, definitely. I feel like ID Invaded, though, was, even though we're still asking a lot of questions, we're still wondering about a lot of stuff, I feel like it was easier to follow than Pet. Even though it was trippy, even though it was, get your brain going, it was still easier to follow for me, personally. So yeah, good stuff, man, with this stream. Really enjoyable. I love doing these. These are a lot of fun for me. And even though, like, say if I drop a show, like, or I stop doing the reaction trials for certain shows, like, these are always going to be going on throughout the season and probably going into the future, right? So I always expect these at some point, right? They may not be on time. They may be like a couple days after these episodes air, but this is my way of kind of staying up to date with the with the seasonal stuff, because like with the fall season I fell behind, and like I still am watching stuff. I'm still finishing out fall stuff. So I feel like doing these is going to help me keep up to date on them. They're more laid back, in my opinion. I don't know, it's just a better vibe, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I'm weird about those things, but it's been fun. So the Mindbender Trials, this stream shall be known as henceforth. Right. It got the brain going. That is for sure. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in the chat if you were here. If you guys couldn't be here for the stream, no big deal. You guys can catch the VOD. Let me know what you guys thought of these episodes. And I think that about does it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video or the next reaction trial stream, whichever one it may be. Peace out, y'all.